series of the night. Let's get game one underway. Vici versus Beastcoast.
They placed that mid ward first, so Chris Luck brings himself a sentry.
Oh my god, it's a two-man cog up on top, going to combine with a torrent. Both go flying up to the K1. He's so low, actually takes the burn from the cogs, and there's one last hit from Xiao Yi to do it. Stinger body blocked up a little bit. It's actually the battery assault making it difficult to retreat. Look at these obs versus obs battle on top lane underneath the tier 1 tower. And those allowing Bloodseeker to look for the dive, and Clockwork just has to TP away to safety. But this now isolates up Xiao Yi. He's totally alone, and he will not be able to retreat. Almost 700 movement speed on this Bloodseeker. 8.5 minutes in. You just can't escape from this. And Cotton, same kind of situation for him. Follow up Dream Coil. Sandstorm, they brought Dust, so DY revealing Whisper. He doesn't want to outrun this, but it won't matter. Eurus will line up. He'll be ready for that waveform to find the kill if he even needs it. Save the mana. No, but he'll come down for it. And they just used the fortification to keep the creep wave alive on top. Puck will TP in behind the tower. He'll orb to reveal himself, but Jakira is wrapping around the back. You got Keeper of the Light here. Clockwork throws a rocket. Double TP's also on the way. Sand King still has Spyro Strike. Dust will reveal him. Trying to play inside the trees. Blood Right's going to be there. Is there going to be the stun? Is there going to be a good target? DY's already dropped down to the Templar Assassin. Whisper is just playing inside the trees. There goes Spyro Strike. He's played so long. The Dust is worn off. Hook shot forward. Is able to connect. He's in range of the tier 1 tower. That's the only reason they saw him, but they're just committing so hard under the tier 1 tower. Vici Gaming throwing their bodies against the wall.
And they're going to just dive base.
Yep, force it. If you get a single ice path, the Clockwork, oh, Rupture is already out, and with the Meld Strike, Clockwork does not want to be here. But the tier 3 tower is the primary objective. Blood right in the back lines with the Burrow Strike. Puck is going to get silenced up, and Bloodseeker straight onto him. And DPYW, he's almost bleeding going back into base, and this is why Bloodseeker is moving so fast at initiation at the start. Giving them all the buffs they need. Puck is dead without buyback available. Another Blood Right, creating a perimeter for the Burrow Strike. And man, the Ogre just dies so instantly. You jump forward, but now the issue, the Will-O-Wisp over on 3. Vici Gaming underneath almost their own fountain are being hunted by Beastcoast with 23 minutes into this game. And the bottom lane of Rax has been shattered. Beastcoast playing such a fast tempo. Be very happy to have that. Won't be so happy to keep getting hit by these torrents. E-Blade pop. Keeper of the Light down to 200. Clockwork hookshots himself in, but he gets cogged and blocked up by Chris Luck as well as Jakira. They'll burn the BKBs. PYW able to go Scepter as well as one charge up. A Whisper will be there with his own epicenter to get that follow-up kill. And under the Will-O-Wisp, Eurus caught in a little bit too deep. He changed himself into the SK, but he's getting pulled back in. Now Morse back over with the waveform out. His 3 heroes down for Beastcoast, and they want a little bit more. K1 has to stay and fight. Inside the Blood Right, goes to the tree line. Chris Luck, can he actually help out his teammate here? He blinks away, but he got X. He'll be coming straight back into the fight. No BKB to protect. And he's hiding inside the meld. The cogs just push him around. And Vici Gaming wipe Beastcoast in the mid lane. Now Sandstorm quickly, but if he hits the right line into the trees, the ping is almost right. Just go for the bounty rune and you've got him. Looking for the money. And getting his hand caught in the cookie jar.
Does grab the bounty. They get both bounties actually, but this could be a tough fight.
They're going for more, but into the TA trap. Hex right on top of DY, and they're going to push them up with the blinding light. DY will fall. Eurus at least wave himself out of the light, but he's actually clipped himself.
That's not good.
Well, Aegis Moto will break. There's a Manta Style available as well as an E-Blade. Clockwork wants to help out. He's coming as fast as he possibly can. And Morphling still up on the hillside. They'll drop another TA trap, giving him that information. Waveform down, but they stick with him, looking for the Burrow Strike. It breaks the Linkosphere. PYW, no, the Ice Path. He'll end up catching both of them. Eurus is dropping. He'll E-Blade pop himself. They can't do any damage into him. The Dream Coil is down. The Burrow Strike into the trees, but he's going to go. Morphling down for the count.
3 disables.
You may need more. Xiao Yi just completed up a Lotus Orb. There's an extra layer of protection that's going to be applied. And now, where's your target? DY reveals himself. The Rup is out. Burrow Strike as well. The Ice Path is pretty decent. And maybe with the Will-O-Wisp be pulled in. He actually has to go in for that BKB. The Ogre brought back Ori so low in life. Chris Luck looking for the side blade hit. Unable to claim it. PYW. That's the target K1's at least going to go for. But who's your better one? Kunkka now stranded without his immunity. They just open up in the BKBs. Beastcoast waited so long to use them. And now they let him rip. Looking for a new target. Into the blast you come. Combining with the Ice Blast, everything will hold in place. Vici Gaming who have to commit another buyback.
Game winning if you're able to pick it up. This Roche may just dictate who wins this first game. Or
there's a jump in. Keeper of the Light being initiated on Puck. The Link Sphere's already been broken. Scolfer, he's able to hide in the tree. And now he gets a 4-man hit with the blinding light, pushes them out of the ice path. It won't stop K1 from moving in, trying to look for his own fight. Hook shot forward. They really want this Keeper of the Light down, and he will be without buyback available. But the Puck loses his life. Here comes your SK. Pyro strike the backline, keeping Zhao Yi controlled up and stunned with the ice path from Singer doing even more work, giving Chris Luck his space to do the damage. But who's it going to go into? The focus still over on the Kunga, but Chris Luck being pushed back by Eurus with the E-Blade pop, and then the Pyro Strike forward gets its own double stun, and maybe they have enough. Yes, they do. The Templar Assassin will end up falling. Waveform charges. They move from one target to the other, but K1, he's buffed up beyond belief. He is lifting, but he's also getting lifted. Down he will go. The Bloodseeker has no buyback up for the TA. The Melt Bash, it connected to Eurus, but Eurus, a triple kill. His E-Blade pop, and then, gets some more life back. Morph, that's bounce. Hook shot. Behind. W thinking he can get Chris Luck. The earn charge is problematic. Stinger should be able to finish the job. The TA traps there in case he runs north, but he runs south and then begins the TP. No stun, nothing to actually stop him. That's a Clockwork getting out. Right, combining with the blast won't help a lot. They even fortify to keep the catapults alive. Vici Gaming, they want to enter, and they want to enter now. With Crimson Guard to protect, their real creep wave will arrive. Blacklight making it difficult. The hook shot will be a little bit of a stray, and he also does move out of the blood right, so there's no silence. He can still play with the cogs, and Eurus will babysit him. More blinding light. Giving that level of protection. Missed chances galore. The ice path and the macro by Stinger cutting this Vici Gaming lineup in half, getting hit pretty damn hard. He's going to waveform himself up. He's actually morphing up, so he's ready for the hit onto the Shakiro. They're trying to protect him. Another blood right going down, another quick silence, but the ship will end up hitting onto Singer. Buyback to Valve, but K1's into the back lines, looking towards BYW, and now you've got a little bit of trouble. The Will-O-Wisp is down. DY, he's not inside of that, but they want the other target. K1 looking for his own fight, but maybe Eurus thinks he's got one of his own. Turns around, the keep light dropping down low. Templar Assassin, he's back at pace. He needs to come and get back into this fight. He did get out the epicenter. Good, the ice path holds him in position. Singer doing the work. Now Norwich actually to finish the TP back in again. He cannot return towards the fight, leaving now stranded. Poor Conquer to die. You know who's joining him? Morphling. That's number one. Now we go for number two. The gem is dropped. Morphling. Lincoln to a break. Whisper up on the hill. Four-star actually just pushing it back up again. Burrow strikes available, but they're waiting for the range of the ice path. There it goes.
They're trying to force a buyback on Paparazzi here.
Hell yeah, they are. If they can get that Morphling to have a long death timer, that gives them opportunity for the next fight. X marks the spot. Conquer coming forward. The ice path won't be able to clip on anything. The tier 3 tower. There's your jump from TA.
Careful.
Looking for a quick target, but the phase shift from Puck and the Dream Ball. Catching two heroes plus a couple of illusions. It's got yours. Oh no! TA's down for 2 minutes. They get the sun as well. Bloodseeker return it back to himself with the Abyssal Blade. Lotus Orb reflects. Now they're in a hell of a lot of trouble. Beastcoast. Too many heroes dead. But who's the big one? K1 is it. He's trying to run away. Glimmer Cape help protected, but a Keeper of the Light. He'll go down too. Beastcoast. They just want to force the buyback. But that may not be enough time.
Ping the throne. There you go.
Tier 4 towers time. Vici Gaming want to get this game one in the bag. And it looks like they'll have more than enough time. Nowhere near enough damage from Bloodseeker. He's already letting the Rupture go on DY. He will just stand his ground. Now she just, okay, I'm next to the Ancient. I guess he'll attack that. The Clockwork isolating up the Bloodseeker inside the cogs. Fortification, buying some more time. And the battle is on. The defense, Eurus just BKB'd, pounding away at this dire Ancient. The epicenter Burrow Strike has done some work, but it won't be enough. The fin explodes. And Vici Gaming go one up in this best of three. I think a game 3 will be an absolutely fantastic idea. With a Meepo potentially leading Beastcoast, everyone's just chilling for the moment. There's runes in 8 seconds.
Yeah, this is so
and there's a Murano to go down. There's your first blood. Beastcoast able to claim it.
It's a Meepo. There's nobody that's really going to be able to rotate mid. And another kill top. How is Wraith King caught? How are they killing a Tide? What's happening
It's
up there?
back-to-back Wraith Fire Blast. They chakra him up so he's able to get more of these hits in. Arrow flies forward. Schofield, perfect stop. And he won't stay alive from this, however. Ori does way too much damage.
Provides that solo kill potential, not just on the Marana, but also the Pugna, the Lion. Like, you have 3 heroes, actually 4. You can kill the Void very easily, too, if you find it with Chrono down. So in that sense, I actually really like it.
Let's break the reincarnation. Support's coming in. Curse off cooldown him. 3 seconds time to survive the space, but so will the Ravage. And they just blast down the Wyvern. You may as well just buy back if they have any intention of fighting. While in the back lines, there's the catch on the Mirana. She almost dies from that one last attack, but it won't be enough. With the Anchor Smash connecting Meepos, just trying to get a little bit more distance. Another Earthbind. They turn over towards the Pugna. The arrow flies forward, and Ori just nukes down Chris Luck. While Whisper hits the back lines. The Veil is up with a double Dream Core. They need more heroes to really fight. K1 now has his ton available once more. They're focusing down the Pugna. He's the big one to take, while Stinger, the Anchor Smash from Zhao Yi, making it so difficult for Beastcoast to find any level of damage. They need more friends. They need more damage output. The orb's available, and he's waiting for the Veil to come off cooldown. Smoked up, there is no Ravage available. There's a double damage bottled up in the Pugna, and a Wraith King with no reincarnation. You just lost your Wyvern to Eurus in the mid lane, and now you're gonna lose the Keeper of the Light on the top lane at least. While they keep going on that mid, have they got enough with the control? The Faceless Void is brought down, and the TP's out. They're coming, at least one got out, but the Wraith King won't be so lucky.
Sphere is active, they're hunting bottom.
You look for those dire sentries, but there isn't anything there. Whisper,
beautiful.
Easy stun into arrow follow-up, and that's going to be a finger to ensure the kill. Plus 50 or 40. They're just going to follow up straight into the Wyvern too.
And Vici is just so clean. Feels like they're always the ones a step ahead of this Beast Coast lineup.
And now Tidehunter. Yep, a little bit too far out. And get the Anchor Smash off. We need another Earthbind to arrive. And there it is. Follow up into the Wraith Fire Blast. And whatever other control you want to kind of throw into that Tidehunter. It still takes a long time to get the damage in. That's a Vlad's, that's a Solar Crest, and it's a Tidehunter. And, well, meanwhile, Whisper finding his own kill on the Mirana, just north of Roshan.
Oh, nice sidestep.
Curse is out.
Curse.
Lion trapped in. Pugna. It's actually some good base damage. 135 combining with the Cotter Blast. DY doesn't have the life to survive. Ori, TP, if they've got any other control. There's a blinding light, but that don't stun.
Finding the backstab.
Anyone bring some counter sentries to plant down for Beast Coast? Fresh Observer and Sentry. They just keep the chase going on the Pug. It's a good double stun. Meatball's right behind it, but they all poof in. And the Curse is on the line. They'll hold him there with the Tidehunter pounding into him with the Will-O-Wisp. Now Tidehunter can't escape either. It's just chain bind after chain bind. Then combining with the poof. Also be there to nuke down the waves.
Here they come.
But where's the target?
They know there's vision up there. They gotta be really careful.
Observer and Sentry is good. Your Scepter, but it's the Wraith King. It's not the target you want to go on. He gets the Blade Mail off as well. They can't instantly attack into him.
Oh, Void.
It's a support Void. He has to Chrono in the back lines. He got caught up with the Meepo. The Ravage will create space, holding down the Beast support heroes. But now, K1. I look towards the top lane. Winter Wyvern can force staff and get that ulti out, but Meepo, he found his bigger target, but underneath the Sentry Ward, Faceless Void felt it as well, but the Hex, they'll hit so hard, so fast, and the Pugna draining out, combining with the arrow. Chris Luck will go down. A huge spree to be ended, while Winter Wyvern has to throw the curse on the Tidehunter. Wraith King trying to come in to help out. A quick stun over on the Mirana. Is there more help? Keeper of the Light is there, and he can help K1 with his own fight. Blinding Light pushing him up. Man, that movement from Whisper, catching PYW on the back of the leap to get the kill. Now they turn their attention over towards the Tidehunter, but without that Silver Edge, it'll be a difficult kill. Not impossible, however. K1's got a lot of damage, so does Whisper. Now, the only difference was they hadn't taken the lane of Rax in this game. Fortification, trying to stop K1 from just beating down the tower. Minus efficiency. That tier 3 tower will now drop. Moonlight Shadow, the wrap around the back. This is what VG want, the blink from Tidehunter. Whoa. Look at K1, he just goes straight into it. They get the stun off the Will-O-Wisp, need to create more space. The Ravage is out. Puck protected by the Cold Embrace, but still brought down by the magical damage. Again, that Maelstrom proc of Eurus doing its work as he jumps forward towards K1, time locking down this Wraith King. He still has the mana to have the reincarnation off, and I'm waiting for that curse. Still also available, the BKBs being burnt up, and they're gonna start to expire in just a second. Mirana unable to get that secondary leap up and away from the Earthbind. There's your curse out over on Pugna, keeping line in position for the Earthbind. And Chronosphere, it hits almost all of Beast Coast. There was no curse available, but who does he hit? There's so many options, but the options now come the way from Beast Coast. Only the Aegis Immortal is going to burn for the moment. Vici Gaming trying to reset back up on their own high ground. But the big abilities, all of the big abilities down for the moment. with no Chrono, with no Ravage. The Earthbinds come flying. Buy back in from the Lion. He needs to bring in the Hex and control. He's got the first one over on the Meepo and maybe a second one. Zhao Yi out a little bit too far with the pop. He can force up himself back up to safety. Marana will not be so lucky. Hit by the Collar Blast. Another Earthbind faces Void, being trapped down the buying line, keeping him close. Same with the Titan. K1 cuts him off at the pass, getting straight past the melee rack to find the hero kill. Marana has to buy back, and Chris Luck already TPing away. They haven't claimed the racks yet. Wraith King, Reincarnation, it was up the drain. It wasn't fast enough, so K1 will respawn. The arrow stun timing, not absolutely perfect. Eurus having to burn this BKB once more. Searching for a new target, and they just keep pushing. They just keep kiting. Now re-engage in for BC. Over towards a hero. What have they got? A double Dream Call. That's what they got. A great Ravage done almost onto the Meepo, but it won't stop Faces Void from dying. They just keep pushing Beast Coast, claiming the full lane of racks on bottom. DY's finger, not enough to kill off the puck, and then Pugda rooted eternally, maybe even into the Founders. It won't happen. The buyback still coming in from Vici Gaming. DY hanging in the dreams. The 4 stars from Beast Coast now allowing to disengage.
What a fight from Beast Coast. They might just get Megas out of this push. No buyback Tide, no buyback Void. And look at this, Chris Luck still hunting. He's gonna find Kill on Ori anyway, and yeah, they called it. They would have just got wiped anyway.
We are going the distance. We are going to 3. It's gonna be a long day 1. But if you're a Beast Coast fan, you're loving this. The hopes are kept alive.
Elimination series, Vici versus Beast Coast, and God, I am so proud.
Going hammer and tongs, and they got support coming in. PYW there for the quick rotation with the lightning point. It was just enough slow to keep him in range and get Rubik's first blood on the board. Very nice. Legion? Zhao Yi, he's copying so much damage in the bottom, almost baiting K1 in, but Schofield is there and K1 will fall. Difficult kill to perfectly claim because you've always got that chance of miscoil.
Yep. And there's just so much heal. I love the decision.
Oh, mid lane. Chris Luck. Ori just pulsed over through him. And then there's even get the Invis rune from top river. Whisper, shields are up, stick charges available as well, trying to make his run back towards the tower. Winter Wyvern a little bit too far away, so underneath the tower, Whisper turns, and he will deny himself, doing a lot of damage into Eurus.
They got a skewer, that's it.
Yeah, he could just like, okay, well, TP, or they could just have DY arrive. Now, the duel is out. How much have you got? That skewer, white ball. Cold Embrace will buy a little bit of extra time for Chris Luck, but he's still gonna go down. Oh my God, Abaddon. No borrowed time again, trying to go for this 10-minute bounty rune. They're so critical to get. Whisper is able to pick it up. Of course, at the same time on bottom rune, the duel was out. So Chris Luck gets picked off, and then the Chronosphere on top. Abaddon, borrowed time, 5 more seconds. He's got 10 1 charges available, and he buys time by getting these shields off. Now, borrowed time triggers. But where's the extra damage? Stinger's trying to help out. The Splinter Blast won't go. PYW created just enough space. There was no bounce.
You might just lose the game straight up, especially when you get to he's farming with Empower this entire time. He's killing a creep wave in 3 auto attacks.
Magnus was so close to breaking the smoke. Now they get to the Alchemist. Chemical Rage will pop. There's a lot of support. Yeah, he's on the way in. Concoction will start this on over on Lich. They don't want to get too close, however. The Chain Frost is going to start bouncing back and forth. Goes over to the neutral creeps, down to the saddle, then back over to K1. Is he going to get the RP? Only one being called. RP stolen by the Rubik. That's going to be huge to use. Still holding on to it. They chase K1 into the trees. The duel, however, from Legion Commander keeps the Winter Wyvern out. He can't get close enough for the curse. Now the RP pulling the Alchemist out of the Chronosphere. But they get the kill, and Chris Luck can't move himself out of the tree line. Sinister Gauge from DY pulls him back in once more. A quick slide of fist. At least he was able to pick up the Rubik in the trees, but Beast Coast falling apart at the seams.
You don't have any defensive cleanse on your side.
Void jumping in, gets the Chronosphere off. Alchemist caught on the edge of it. The Cold Embrace helping Stinger, give him some extra life. And it's a good curse over on Lashrak. A lot of extra damage. The RP never came. Not off in time. Magnus, hey, he's in the fight. Duel is down, and 2 heroes.
With just 13. Maelstrom finished on the Void now. Might look to get aggressive here. Whisper, where do you do, bro?
Yeah, he's a long way forward. Trying to create a little bit of extra space.
Ox here.
Alchemist TP's in. He's got a fresh Mana Style and BKB ready to go. Concoction being prepared. A very early stun over onto the Lich. Broken free by the press of the attack, but it's a great curse. But the Chain Frost causing some problems, but not that much actually. The BKB of Alchemist allows him to fight, and there goes DY, the Chronosphere. It catches Abaddon as well as the Winter Wyvern, but Alchemist is still trying to break the backlines. The RP still not able to get off in time. Ember is hunting on the side. We've got 3 different battles in 3 different positions, and Alchemist needs to get the Concoction start off. He just keeps getting locked up. The shields are up, and now the searing change as well. Faceless Void, maybe not the easiest target, but the RP holds him there, and the concoction, the chain start. Oh. No! He time walks down, but the spirit jump in towards the rover. Iris trying to get up the hill and far away, but he can't get far enough. Beastcoast showing some bite finally in this game. Build on Ember with the Empower buff up. Everything is increasing. And now they go towards Legion Commander to skewer him away, so he's going to walk the long way around to get down the ramp. But there was no secondary control.
I feel rather dumb. That's why you go the Deso, Toby. You don't need the farming item. You have Empower. You're effectively playing with a free Battle Fury on the Ember Spirit.
Chris, that double damage rune trying to go to work, but Chris Lux slowed down by the lightning. They're picking up Whisper, bring him back in, but borrowed time. Chronosphere is out. They found the Winter Wyvern over on the side. The damage output from Iris, it will be enough. Then he goes over towards Whisper, but the bigger heroes, can they kill him off? Now you actually have a Chain Frost. Chases up towards the Alchemist, tries to dodge it with the Manta Style. Won't matter, it's already worn off. Concocts himself up as Faceless Void running up the river. They're going to think about the tier 1 tower.
Dude, you cannot fight this as Vici. You need to buy time.
There's a TP coming in from Ori. He's under the tier 1 towers, able to get the double stun. He's putting your worst to the test. K1, he looks for the stun. It won't happen. The duel is out once again. Magnus to lead it for a full minute. That BKB wears off in 1 second time. And Ori, there's no Your Scepter, but he's got Split Earth. The lightning will help him set up for it. Where is his Ember Spirit? He's jumped so far up. He's actually at the tier 2 tower now. Up the mid lane. The curse is good. Instantly killing off Ori. Singer, that's some value. Curse getting down the hill and away. Now finally, after the long run, Chris has finally rejoined the fight. He kind of searing chained all of the Ancients, however, and then gets rooted. That's not the greatest play in the world, but it won't matter when K1 stays on the front lines. The shield protects the Rubik, but the Spirit, it won't stop that. Another double searing chains. Chris Luck continues the rampage. Concoction up. This is a nice cocktail of Beastcoast taking the tier 1 tower. Like, well, this is going well for us.
We're in the base, by the way. We're hitting tier 3s.
We're hitting tier 3s, getting Skullfell being picked up as well. The tier 3 tower is now down. There's no buybacks being available, so this melee Rax can be chipped away. And Chris is ready to go again with the searing chains. The root on Faceless Void. They keep the control going. Void's dead. Dead for a minute. The duel is out. Is there something to save him? They skewer away the Legion Commander, freeing him up from the duel. The Chain Frost also being wasted. This Alchemist will tank through absolutely everything. The new creep wave has also arrived. Even a Blink Dagger can be coming out in just a second. What did he steal? Oh, that's not going to help. It's only going to be Skewer. They pick him up each other, and now you can get the stun off. PY, he skewers back to Magnus, but it will not help. Magnus tries to skewer away, and they're going for more. It feels like they're almost going for a GG push. Remember the Rax, RP, controlling Ori. They need to follow up with more stuns. Concussion from K1 not even built up. It's a great overwhelming odds. The Rax has been taken. There's no mana for the Alchemist to work with, but he doesn't need it. He can just slice his way to victory. A close quarters fight for Faceless Void, ready to jump in. There's no RP available. It's on cooldown. Legion Commander runs forward. So much damage. The duel is out, but that didn't feel so right. No buyback available, and Ember Spirit wants this fight. The Chain Frost will start bouncing around with the Spirit Jump. It just gets completely whiffed out, and Faceless Void, he'll chrono up, but he can't stay too close. He has to time walk away, or else he gets stunned up by the Alchemist. And now Ember Spirit, he's thinking about more. Looking for the Faceless Void. He gets a searing chains. He'll get a solo kill onto the Void. Buybacks are available underneath the shrine. Ori's trying to fight, but he doesn't have it in him anymore. Down goes to Lashrak. He was inside the pit for a second, but now as Alchemist, hey, hello, come for me. Chemical Rage up. They will get the chain stuns off. He's still got mana still to break free. Lashrak already done 50% HP, and they found the Rubik in the back lines. It's just Chris Luck's choice to go after him. The BKB's up. The concoction DY. Oh boy, say goodbye as well. The Rubik. The supports can't be real heroes. Lashrak broken free, trying to get that extra distance. It's so difficult to skewer. Actually, just a shockwave, pulling him back a little bit closer. Faceless Void's behind him. They actually smoke up Beastcoast. They want to find this kill. Void, stay where you are. Concoction, 3, 2, there's your chance. He's coming in on the Courier right now, so he drops his boots to go high ground. Courier, get in there. It's a war zone. An Alchemist is your tank. Legion Commander now with a BKB, searching for a target, but this entire BKB timing, he doesn't know who he wants to go on. Now they found the target. It's the Ember Spirit, able to steal the Searing Chains. Chain Frost doing some decent work, but they're still so tanky. Beast Coast, the damage output is already there. Lich has to buy it back. RP, it's a big catch up over on 2, and watch that cleave damage go to work. The Chronosphere, it may buy a little bit of time, but you're seeing Eurus, he's just got no damage. They'll sit there in time to think about the GG call and what Beast Coast have achieved today. They were forced for a full 3 3 games in their first and now their second series of the day, eliminating one of the biggest teams